Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where the game's going kind of strangely so far. And I think I've come down on the side of we have to at least try. If we go for this and it doesn't work out, we'll at least get a bunch of industry refunded as dust, which we can then use to put roads of dust on our hero. So I don't think that's so bad. If we're gonna go for this, I really do think that it's very important that we go ahead and assimilate our friends here. But doing so is going to put us at 31 influence. So I think that it does require us to do a turn of this thing. I'm so nervous with this game and how it sometimes rounds things and sometimes truncates things, and I never know. I feel like I don't trust that 61 plus 9 is actually going to equal 70. Because, like, what if the 60 is actually fractional? Or what if the 61 is actually, like, 60.8 getting rounded? And let's just do it this way. I will feel safer if we do it this way. So, yep. 15% reduction in the cost of all buildings forever for the entirety of the game, as long as we keep that equipped. It didn't actually change the number of turns on this, but it did lower the total cost, so we'll have a little bit more overflow, and I'm wondering if I can then pull some people back to focus on population. Yeah, I don't hate that. Although, if this is going to be +3 anyway, maybe the move is like plus dust? Now, rolling over food, I think, is high value. Yeah. The Ursus assimilation quest. Every different faction has a quest that they give you when you have them assimilated for a while. The Ursus one is a lot less good. It's actually kind of horrible. So we're trying that. You have your orders. Your deal is actually probably pretty safe. It is worth noting any non-pacified neutral village at this point is potentially a threat. We're gonna start seeing hostile neutral spawns any moment now. So. And then we are 2 technologies away from moving on to the next era. Well, there's a lot of good stuff left. So we don't have any... Oh, no, we do. We have emeralds. We got the quest for the improved luxury extractors. But there isn't a second luxury deposit anywhere near us. There's the spices all the way over here, and then there's the gold all the way down in Rual. I don't think we want to settle in Rual. I think that's a bad idea. There might be something in Matanch, potentially. But basically, this does not seem like a high priority. Let's grab Alchemist Furnace. We have access to both titanium and glass steel in Adran, and then obviously there are other deposits dotted around. Does look like we're going to be a little light on strategics, though, this game, honestly. Alright, let's go for it. And we definitely want to start our turn commanding our hero so that we can get the hell out of Green's territory. Okay. It is Green, in fact, who is building the thing. Well, if we could steal it from them, it would be a big deal. I'm sure that doesn't reconnect. We'll go this way. You know, I would like to get to this ruin in time. We'll see if that works out. So let us take our 40 influence, use it to get some science, pull you back to population. And getting that Empire Mint done in one turn obviously is also good. And if this ruin contains dust, it did not. An army in Marwan has some emeralds for me. I don't want those emeralds. Okay, that's the village we've been asked to burn. I was gonna say, if we get dust from a ruin here, then I'll feel pretty comfortable equipping Roads of Dust. As it is, it would take us to exactly 4 dust, which is a little scary. If I move you off, it does add a turn. I think I'm going to do it. So, with that equipped, moving everybody back to the thing takes a turn off of the museum. I'm into that. And then I will just bump one person over to here just to make sure that we're stable for the turn. Then this will be completed. We won't have to worry about it anymore. The spices have run out. That's a real shame. The wine's about to go too, right? Not ideal. Extremely not ideal. All right, and sadly, we got dredge spawns. So if we attack this village now, the neutral army will get to show up as reinforcements, and I can't attack them and get the village as reinforcements. So I think what we have to do is wait here for them to come to me. Fighting the army, the village will not reinforce, but if we do it the other way around, we do have to worry. So I guess don't go anywhere. I want this unit to be in a place where it draws the attention of that. So yeah, 3 turns. I guess we can look at this and get a sense of we're still behind. Like I said, if we don't get it, it's fine. And if we get close and we don't get it, it may well finance the purchase of another hero. Okay, we did not get it. How much did we get? We weren't that far through. 217's not bad though. 217's that's a good start. Ooh, look at all these ruins. Oh, come on. All I need is for you just not to give me the worst possible outcomes here. All right, build the high towers. +2 vision, +5 science. It's actually objectively not very good, but it'll get this quest moving. Oh, we should build a sewer system first though. And obviously I want to focus on this as much as possible, but you know what? I am gonna hard industry focus through the high towers because like let's get that faction quest moving, right? You're going to need a sewer as well. And what are heroes right now? Okay, it's not too far off. We could potentially pick up another governor. We just got to get a little bit lucky. We can see a fair number of ruins here with our hero. That's one of those quest armies, so we are going to retreat from it because it will try to fight me. Build the high towers in one of your cities and we'll give you the worst technology in the game. I literally do not want it. But of course, they picked a building, like it's negative value, right? Because having it is going to increase the cost of all of my future techs forever. It is actually negative value, but we can't not build it because it's the focus of my faction quest. What a situation. All right, let's do this fight. The game is determined not to give me any dust ever. I think like the odds of seeing the kinds of ruins output that we have seen here is like so incredibly low. So they're going to be able to move forward all the way to the tree line. We basically just like can't go anywhere. Yeah, because if they get to potentially stun us, it's very bad news indeed. I guess you really want to attack from here. And then for you, this is 5 move. Oof. Well, grim stuff, honestly. I think I just disengage you. Okay, this was a harsh loss. As before, we'll let the battle come to an end, and then we'll deal with this next time. So I want to stay low here because I want this unit to try to follow. If I run this way, this unit's going to try to cut me off. Nah, they're doing things the smart way anyway. Well, it's fine. We're fast enough to survive this. Okay. We'll try that again next round when I have militia again. So, yeah. I just need to get a little bit lucky. It doesn't have to be much. So there being an extra spices deposit up here really, really dramatically increases the value of this region. We may end up coming up here and settling. Oh, we may as well parlay. Okay, they would like to do the thing. Or more to the point, they would like me to do the thing. Okay. Not an optimal time for winter, actually. Unbelievable. So yeah, totally basic, normal winter. So we haven't communicated with the villages in this region, right? We probably ought to. We're gonna want cultivation. Gonna want to build those buildings as winter is coming to an end. I cannot believe what is going on with these ruins. It is getting to the point of absurdity. At this point, the percentage of our ruins that have been dust is so much lower than the average. Because like even the ruins where we are getting things, we're getting quests all the time. So let's see, you have 2 movement. Yeah, I actually just want to stay back for a second here. I want to make sure we are getting the most favorable attacks. Okay, so you attack that guy, you attack this guy, and you flee the area? Yes. Well, I guess actually, they're controlled. You can just go. It's fine. I will definitely not be attacking with my 40 health, dude. They have pretty good attack, is the core problem here. Alright, well, we got one. It is still definitely not correct to fight. Right, because our unit will die. And you have 2 movement, so yeah, stay put. It sucks that this is how it makes sense to do this. Well, we can grab those at least. Okay, so I feel like we want to build the altar here, right? Building districts in the home region doesn't really make any sense, I don't think. So you'll be able to get to that next turn. Is that fast enough? Are we actually going to get the quest? I mean, it doesn't matter. We're still going to do it because it's a ruin we can search. Yes. Okay. We are still going to get the thing. Pays to have 8 movement speed. I want to make sure that I'm visible to these guys so that they run over and attack me. Okay, the Irken Lice thing is happening. Probably not a real high value concern for us. We did it. We have acquired the Break Wall. Actually, a pretty good shield for a hero like Syria Lastra. And then big amount of dust. Well, Some dust. Hard to be too mad about it. And you know, we're getting a lot of valuable XP here. Ooh, hey, this is one I don't think I've ever seen before. Your strategic advisors counsel you in hushed and embarrassed tones that your military strategies have become predictable. What, you mean because I'm doing the same battle turn after turn after turn? How could you say such a thing? That's almost as bad as boring. What can you do to make sure to make your battlefield presence a bit less by the numbers and your enemies a bit less efficient? Your Deputy for Imperial Diversity has a recommendation. Recruit additional minor faction peoples into your empire and use their unusual and often powerful tactics in your battles. Change your lineup, alter your abilities. Now there's a suggestion that just might make the neighbors think twice when they decide to send troops rolling in your direction. And all the more surprising that it came from an in-law, generally regarded as useless, for whom you had to invent the job and title. Am I living inside of the premise of a really tired stand-up joke? So have 4 cities with at least 1 population, I'm assuming each of them having at least 1 population, from pacified villages to pacify these Hernas and receive some blood crystals. It's really kind of a bummer that that quest requires you to have 4 cities, but also only gives 10 blood crystal, like an amount that they know for a fact cannot be useful to you. Okay, I don't really want to fight you. No, I had spoken to this village. Ah, yes, they're right. Oh, hey, that is Ursus, isn't it? So, if we got over here and settled, it would power up our existing... Our existing, what do you call it? Thing. Word. What is the... Assimilation. Thank you. Video game. Also, I somehow missed that there are spices in Sodaltan, which obviously makes that extractor thing a lot more compelling. So it turns out we're going to end up with a ton of Era 1 researches. $54 is almost enough that I feel comfortable having you actually participate in combat. Hooray, we did it. I should probably figure out what the actual correct balance of people there is. By the way, this thing, I have been assured, was actually a bug. It is supposed to be the case that if you burn down a village, it cancels the quest and you can potentially get another one. We just ran into a weird error. It's not exactly backbreaking, but it does suck. Gosh, I hope this is a short winter. If we get 17 more turns of winter, I don't know what we're gonna do. Our whole bank is draining very quickly. All right, sorry everybody. I hope you like this battle over and over and over again. So actually, yeah, we don't really want to move at all, do we? I'm kind of curious if I can split the dredges up. Okay. Interesting stuff. So now we can actually have our units focus on the same one and maybe get some extra damage out while this unit just runs away a lot. Because you have 2 movement, right? So this move is 100% safe. Yeah, it's a little bit of an improvement. Life would be so much easier if my militia just had more initiative. If they could absorb the first attack so that the dervish was attacking an already exhausted unit, things would be so great. All right. We're wearing them down. There's a lot more combat, a lot more useful combat than you usually get out of a single dervish. Yeah, so your job is just to come home, and should we rebalance things a little bit here? Probably. I don't want to go to population loss, but obviously finishing the Delver village is like extremely high importance. That is a point of population there. This city, we got to get the high towers done. Yeah, all right. Don't really have a plan for you. You just got to get out of that region. So we're definitely going to do that. Never going to be able to hire my next hero at this rate. You may as well just explore northward. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, in the next Empire plan, don't put any influence in military and get economy and population to level 1. I may well. That might happen. This is actually pretty good for us. I'm assuming this is gone, right? Weirdly, no. Nobody has claimed all the wine. But, like, it's definitely wrong not to fire this. Yeah, we're losing too much money, and also the 5 approval will bump Aderon up a level. Yeah, it's actually saving us a fair amount of cash. Alright, might this be the last time? We'll see. Probably not, right? Okay, we can do this thing again, which is a lot of fun. What is the best way to lead you forward? I want you to move to, like, here. Actually, we're going to change this up a little bit because I don't want to be in a position where this guy could move close enough to attack. So yeah, I go to here, just keep running you around. And at this point, there's nothing I can do to keep him from being close enough to attack, so I don't have to surrender the high ground anymore. So close. Yeah, just keep running. So do I go for it? Is there a universe where I get 30 damage? I'd have to hit damage and a half. Which I could maybe do. Is he going to hit me for 60? Probably not, right? 52 damage against my 56 defense. All right, I'm going to try one swing. Okay. Finally. Yep, and the sewer is de-emphasized somewhat by the gold. So all I need is for me not to lose population, really. That's probably fine. Okay. You know, we're still doing some birth, and we're building points of population. We're getting there. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Oh, right. You can actually, like, do stuff now. Although we have to be careful. So is the minor faction... The minor faction in this region is not even known yet. Alright, like I said, have to be careful. If this unit were to get attacked, it would not be able to run away without dying. You're in an insecure region. Alright, we'll do this, and then we'll execute the other half of that move manually. I'm actually going to back off here as well. Let's give myself a second of safety here. Okay. But we are very much, like, at best, in sort of a holding pattern here until winter ends. I desperately need this winter to be over. Oh, that village has been cultified. Right. Oh, hey, Green. So, it is worth noting that that green army is just preachers. The default cult unit is actually very bad at fighting. Let's try to run around here. Is that Lust for Loot? No, it's this. All quests, no money. Makes SB very sad. That's how that reference works, right? Alright, well, next turn we've got that. So yeah, the combat stats of a preacher, this is a level 2 preacher. 48 life, 22 attack, 21 damage. We don't really have to worry about getting attacked by them. We could actually go after them and probably kill them both. And that would prevent them from spreading the cult's word. Every one of these villages that the cult converts is feeding resources back into their home city. So, obviously there's a lot of value to stopping them. But if we get aggressive with the cult, they're going to get aggressive back, is my biggest concern. I have a very real fear of the cult player just massing up a bunch of minor faction units and running us the hell over, especially since we do not have a lot of time to build defenses because of the fact that, like I said, we're kind of stuck in a holding pattern. But also, like, we probably have to try to interrupt them. All right, I'm going to do it. I think we should be able to kill 2 preachers pretty easily. I was really hoping he was just going to retreat on that. So the preachers are a support unit. They have an attack. They also have this unleashed potential ability, which I assume at least one of them will cast probably on the first round. Right, I want to be exactly 5 tiles away, or 5 points of movement away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And because they are ranged units, obviously they lose morale if we're adjacent, so we want to get right up on them and, yeah, do that sort of thing. Alright, stat buff, pretty good. Probably isn't necessary to move here, but you know what, if I'm going to move, though, I should move to here, so I'm still debuffing this one. Alright, they have slowed me, which is, like, minorly annoying. Oh, hey, we hit our stun. Remember that we have stun? What are the odds on stun 1? 10%? Okay, we've been very lucky with that. We have seen probably way more stuns than we should have, given the number of times we've attacked. All right, did I just sign our death warrant? I don't know, maybe. I do think it's important not to let the cult just develop however they like. They're not necessarily a challenge to us in terms of territory, but an unimpeded cult player can take over a game very quickly. They're not quite as annoying as the Mycera, but they are, I think, more dangerous. do the Gorin hero thing again. I don't know if I want to try that with actually just one unit. I mean, obviously I'm significantly higher level now. Oh, 70 dust. What a wonderful find. Okay. Your village got burned down. Not a big surprise. So I did do this and we got search party. You know, maybe it'll be good for us. Also, we got spices for building the high towers. That's good. As the clans say, there are too many skills for one person to gather. Gather dust instead and bring those skills to you. And so the hero was hired and the building built. We will wait to fire the spices booster until after winter's over, so we're getting our percentage booster on a higher base value. It is said that the open mind profits more than the closed one. Indeed, studies and indications that were brought by these heroes from other nations increased my knowledge of Auriga. And, as always, with knowledge came power. Next, we had to divine and test and excavate to understand more of this world and the ways that dust has enhanced it. For dust has always been the rhythm and lifeblood of Auriga, as the market is the rhythm and lifeblood of the clans. And those marvelous resources, the fruit of a world touched by dust and ancient gods, would certainly have more to tell me. Obtain 50 of one luxury and one strategic. Well, okay, if we can expand out into Sodeltan and Tralny, it won't be that hard to get 2 spices. In fact, because we don't have to worry about a player like settling in between our stuff and like interrupting us, we could just drop a settlement directly in Tralny. And for that reason, I think we should probably go get open pit mine next. And we should probably start building a settler immediately. Only 2 turns, not bad. So, go have a chat with these sisters. No enemies in Oenga. I bet that is going to happen. I feel fairly confident on that one. Alright, is our hero out of movement? Yes. And there are Gorin in this region too. Huh. A lot of Gorin around here lately. So Syria Lastra is at level 4 now and does have better stats than before. We might be able to handle this quest. The reward was just a bunch of titanium, right? Yeah, I don't necessarily care for pacification, obviously, on a thing that is so very far away from where we live. And honestly, we don't need 25 titanium either. If it was glass steel, I might be interested. So I think what we'll do with the hero is just continue along our way here. And we're close to an amount of money that could hire in a new hero. If we could just get a little bit of a break on the ruins, things could be looking up any minute now. And our gold booster is going to run out. Okay, we have some time on that. So the sewer is not super critical. So I might even bump it back then. Let's just try to get everything running here. Why would I put them down in that order? Okay, and you... I guess we don't have full vision of this region. No, actually we do. Yeah, that's the white line. This is all going to be mountain. Okay, well, never mind. Head back this way and try to figure out whether it's safe to settle in Tralny, I guess. Yeah, a settlement in Tralny will actually be, like, the amount of spices that's going to bring in will actually be really, really good for us in the long term. I need this winter to end, though, like, super badly. There are very few things that we have ever needed more than this winter to end in this game right now. Okay, that's just 1,000 hostile armies. So this Gorin army is not from this region. So I'm not going to fight this. Ice Wargs are pretty scary. They have very poor defense, but they hit super hard. And they're fast. You can see 54 attack on 66 damage against our 58 defense is a little nerve-wracking, because they have like a reasonable chance, I think like in the neighborhood of 25%, to hit damage and a half on that, and that would be devastating. So I am just gonna retreat. But when I hit retreat, we're gonna have to move the unit very, very quickly to avoid getting attacked by that army as well, I think. Or maybe they won't attack me because I'm not actually in their territory. Yep, you're mad. I get it. Definitely have a huge number of very real concerns about where this game is going. Get out of the city. So, Orm is safe enough. We can move through here along the edges of these regions to Tralny. Now that you've got this, we refocus on food. And do I build the altar here? I really do. Like, the first district we build here is high value. There's nothing for us to build into in this region. There are no anomalies. There's an anomaly here on the other side of a huge cluster of mountains, and then there's one way over there. I guess just building kind of into the forest is not terrible, though. Especially with Ipsawacha, because he's about to get +1 industry on every forest tile. Yeah, alright. If we industry focus that, we can get it in 2. Okay, I mean, that feels like a pretty good split. Alright, let's see about this thing. So are the Gorin actually going to attack me? I'm going to gamble on no because I desperately want to search the ruin. Wait, let me make sure we have the hero selected before we do this. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like they're not going to attack. Are you done moving? The thing is, we can see a ruin through the sparklies there, and I'd really love to just jump over there, but I think maybe, given the position of these enemy units, that is unrealistic. Sign a peace treaty within the next 10 turns? Probably not. Alright, I think it's time to warp the hero home. More quests. So we're like, technically we have enough money to do this. Might have the hero, yeah, actually, let's have the hero escort the settler. We'll get the points of bonus movement this way. Like, we probably technically have enough to hire a hero, but with the rate that money's going out, we would suffer immediately. Never mind, the cost of heroes has risen extremely sharply, very, very quickly. Yeah, we're not doing anything probably until winter ends. So I'm gonna decolonize this village as well then. If we're already in hot water with the cult, I may as well, Oh, thank God. Okay. Now that that's over, we can build our seed storages and... And 8 points of movement for you. Hooray. Alright, we're gonna get where we're going in a pretty fast is the way that I was about to say that. Here's the thing. Stop it. Am I about to attack with an army that contains a settler? I'm gonna move... Oh, right, you can't move a settler out like that. Okay, So you can see they do have their real military unit already. This is their first era military research, and they have some other stuff too. So they're trying not to allow their priests to be undefended for the moment, but they're not actually doing a very good job of that, and we are going to kill those priests. We must slow them. Oh, that's just a dead... Well, actually, maybe not. Harmonite are actually really, really slow in combat. We may be able to just run away. Yeah, actually. They only have one move, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can't just run in the corner and stay there, but I can stay here and bait them around a little bit. Having 5 movement is going to give me some ability to control this. So I think what I do is that. Just get them to spend all of their movement just going east. And then we run up to this corner. All right. These golems will literally never catch my units. Oh, that is 6 pearls. That is not a number of pearls that we should ignore. So, as soon as that's done, we should get our seed storage out, and I think that's the kind of thing that we probably want to go all in on. Wow, except going all in does not get it done any faster. Okay, I am comfortable with this. So yeah, we're going to start this turn by breaking down this group of preachers. Yeah, their stats aren't really meaningfully different. And then we're going to have to build some military units and stuff, because green's going to be mad at me. Yep. Smash the hell out of this button. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean they will declare war. It does mean they might. Somebody built the megapole. Is it you? It is not. Is it brown? It is purple, in fact. Boy, turn 29. That's a pretty quick one. Yeah. If I don't include this army, then this army's allowed to retreat. If I do include them, I think it'll... I don't remember. They're certainly not necessary. So I will not include them. An interesting tactic. So for here... here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turns out your upgrades were insufficient. So this army still has a cultist. I believe any cultist unit is able to do the preaching. I don't think it has to specifically be the preacher unit. So I think this army can still convert villages. Yeah, we'll just cut through here. Okay, do I know where I'm settling? There are no anomalies in this region that give approval, right? No, the exotics do not. So we may just settle near the minerals. And that's a pretty decent 7-14-4. Maybe that's better. 7-14-4-2 versus 12-9-4-2. Yeah, the population's probably better, so we'll go for that. And that means next turn is when we want to fire the spices, right before we make the move. What do I want you to do? I want you to not get attacked. I want to get not retaliated against. This is a pretty important part of the move here. I guess technically there's still territory to explore down there. Yeah, you can go for that. I'm gonna abandon the 1 pearl. Not too concerned about that. Look at these dudes, just like intentionally blocking the way. What a bunch of jerks. Alright, just get a move on real fast, like at the beginning of the turn. And actually, I'm gonna have this army just move here instead of doing the settle. We'll execute movement right away, then we'll drop the booster, then we'll do the other thing. And actually, dropping a spices booster right after the capital has completed its seed storage is going to be pretty good. Alright, so the Empire is fervent for a brief, beautiful moment. Then we get attacked. Ah, yes, the Ursus and their bullshit. The Ursus leader looks you square in the eye, tells you that his people have lost something extremely valuable. Will you help us recover it? He asks, his followers' faces deep and serious. You offer to help. The leader replies, for us, sheep are the noblest creatures. Intelligent, peaceful, soothing. I have lost my sheep, Igor. So, Igor is currently in that ruin. This part of the quest is not the problem part. Okay, so let's build seed storage here and then get our extractor up, I suppose. So the cost of heroes is rising. It's over 400 now. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad cost. Okay. Mother's in distress. Bring a settler to this ruin to improve organization of the relief effort. Nah, I'm good. Thank you, though. I'm telling you, there are so many. I think part of the problem is that just like over the course of the game's lifespan, they have added so many quests that you can get out of ruins. All right, so now that we've got all that stuff, where are we at on this? It's probably Central Market. I do want to note, I have not been picking up prisoners, slaves, and volunteers a lot here, which is just a 25% reduction in the dust cost of buying stuff out, generally. It is good. It is a good technology. I sometimes just like forget that it's there. We just kind of wander past it a lot, but I do have it on my mind for this game. That said, Central Market, you know, approval matters a bunch. So 28 attack, 24 defense, but 52 damage. So anytime they hit, it's going to be pretty ugly. If we retreat, the settler lives. The hero is wounded badly. The hero will last stand. But I'm a little concerned. Settler's got 10 defense and 20 and 60 life. I'm a little concerned that if we try to fight this, the settler just ends up dying somehow. So let's just do that. And then next turn we can go ahead and fight them. And what was it that they wanted? They wanted me to burn a village. Maybe. We'll see. So we're gonna need some basics here. And in fact, do I maybe want to bump Ipsawacha over there? So he'd help get that city sorted out in real short order. But then again, I could also just work on making the capital huge and powerful and terrifying. Probably better. It's probably a better play. So I guess here's a question that is actually pretty live and is going to have some serious consequences. Am I giving up on hiring another hero right now? Because we're not going to find enough dust in this ruin to do it. So should I instead just cash in our 314 dust on purchasing the basic buildings of life here? Actually, how much does it cost to buy an extractor? 112? You know what? Let's do that and buy a seed storage. Or is it the other way around? No, we're going to do this. Yeah, okay. So that... The Emerald Extractor... When the Emerald Extractor finishes now, we'll get that quest done, and then we'll build the other Spice Extractor after we get the seed storage up, and this will be a whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Still feeling pretty nervous, honestly. And I don't know if we need to go military tech before Central Market. It might be the case that that is going to turn out to have been a misplay. Okay, 70 dust. It's good. Like I say, it would not have been enough, but it's good and important to have. We're getting pillaged. Well, obviously, at this point, I feel very comfortable stopping that. Hey, cut it out. Okay. So 4 turns to get that done. Can you get that down? Yeah. Do I want to just buy it out? No, it's very expensive, actually. No, let's not buy anything out. Okay. Easy win. Driders suck. That said, our hero is not going to last stand if she dies here because she is her whole army. The fact that the militia are alive would not save her, so we do want to be very cautious with her. These are ranged units. We're not going to be able to draw them forward, so we're just going to have to rush them. Okay, pretty good outcome. Actually, we should probably attack them both. If we just attack one of them, my concern is the other one will cocoon him and basically make this not work anymore. And then at this point, the hero can come forward because we will be locking them out of taking actions. So the hero can contribute her fine bow work. Oh, right, I forgot they have Sweep Strike back. There's not really a good way around that, the way I've positioned us. Oh well. There you go, that'll solve it. Remarkable, but what having even one competent ranged combat unit will do. Do I think we can do this quest, or should we just burn the village and rebuild it? Fighting a bunch of Ursus without the aid of a city garrison is a sort of a longer term task. So I think I am just going to burn the village, but maybe we should wait until next turn? Give my poor militia a little bit of time to heal up. Alright, yeah, you get down here. You, I guess, just have to be on your way home. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually just going to have them move to here. Alright, there's my augmented extractors. Great news. I should keep our faction quest pinned, because otherwise I'm forgetful. Okay, So we now have a rate of income of 2 spices per turn. It'll be 4 spices per turn when we finish the other extractor. And so we should be able to keep it growing and thus working toward this while also actually still taking the spices. Wait. Before I make any decisions here, did you heal? Yes, okay. Even in a very young city, the ones that survive do heal up. That said, we must again display caution. So I need to, the hero has to be in a place where if they move forward 2 and then attack 3, they can't hit me, which is right here, in fact. So yeah, you move to there, you move to there, and you 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you like move to here. Okay. We must attack from differing angles so as not to suffer the wrath of the sweep strike back. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to morale ball, and I get it, but please don't. Okay. Ah, see, and that one did drop the quest. So now we can maybe get another quest from this army and still, or this village, and still potentially get one good pacify. Build a watchtower in Tralny. The tribe leader wants proof that you are a benevolent leader who will look out for their interests. Interesting. 20 quicksilver. Watchtowers on the roads technology, which we do want to research anyway. So interesting. I would get the village if I attacked them. I'm unsure, actually. I think we wouldn't do it this turn anyway. So go ahead and get Igor's gift here. Hey, look, it's Igor. Unfortunately, the next step is to have a hero care for Igor in a city for 5 turns. And you can see Igor will eat fully half of the food that the city produces over those 5 turns. And the reward is just emeralds. So we will not be doing that, I think. Is there another step to this? Okay, so there's another step and potentially a reward at the end that's worth all the trouble. Man, I don't know if I know what the reward is, which does make me want to do it, because, like, what if it's really good? And we just don't know because of all the time we've been too afraid to let him eat all of the food? Ah, bloody hell, I'm going to do this, aren't I? Yo, that's a big pearl. That is 11 pearls. Yeah, I kind of want to just like build burrows at this point. I'm thinking we're just gonna actually like level stuff up. Bloody hell, let's do it. Oh. Igor is adorable though. You do have to minus 50% food. Criminy. Cripes and Tarnation. I think it's probably okay to just do this. Am I in a big hurry? Kind of. I wonder if we want to maybe refocus a little bit. Yeah. And at the moment, I'm not really thinking that we're going to be too aggressive on building units because our units would just be garbage anyway. But maybe that's not, I don't know, maybe that's not the right approach. Rebuilding the Saratan village is all very important. The other thing I could do in the capital, of course, is just super focus on dust. But you know, we're going to have to be at 6 population before we can build the next burrow to actually level up the altar anyway. So probably do want to refocus on food a little bit. It's such a hard with Igor, you know, it's such a challenge. But I think I am just gonna, yeah, just try to fight through it. Or we could do this, cash out on food, like give up on food entirely while we're dealing with Igor, and instead actually build some military units and have some. Yeah, that's probably better. So if we're gonna do that, obviously we should give them modern gear. I definitely think we stick to hammer and shield against the cult over long spears. So 18 attack, 8 damage versus 18 attack, 12 damage. The hammers lower your initiative while the spears raise it. So that is a concern, but obviously I'm not expecting a lot of cavalry out of them. We did see they had a Gorin, right? Let's start this way. We'll consider other options later. And then Rumblers are certainly also real useful units. So they could go Range Slayer or they can be two-handed hammer wielders. Let's say we do this. All right, and then compare the stats of those units. So 39 attack, 36 damage. Pretty not great offense, honestly. But fast moving, 143 life. The Rumblers have much better overall combat stats, but they literally have 0 initiative. Maybe do like a mixture? We should probably just have some units, right? And then I think we probably just burn the village. Well, I mean, like, okay, a big part of the problem here is that, like, we have so much stuff that we want to build in this city that it's hard to imagine finding time to rebuild the village. This one probably moves up to after the sewer system, so the other one would go here as well. I'm gonna buy this out just for the sake of our faction quest. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually really torn on this, but fortunately, I always manage to find a way to be really torn on a decision right as we're hitting that hour mark, don't I? So I think this is where we're going to call it for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time tomorrow, probably tomorrow, we're gonna have to come to some kind of long-term decision about our stance toward the cult. Obviously, their city is already large and powerful and contains a wonder, and if we could kill them, I mean, that would be pretty neat. Except I can't, here's the problem with that, obviously. I can't declare war. I have to harass them into declaring war on me. Not impossible. We have shown in the past that we really have a propensity for annoying computer players into attacking us. So maybe it's in the cards. Come back next time tomorrow to see if we can be that devious. And we'll see you then.